Tim. Bye, sir.
Hi.
You're saying what, you know?
I did not have a chance to double check with Master Gohring to make sure I give you the correct kick and punch sequence for white crane spread wings. And it has been a minute since I've done that one. So we're either gonna review applications before that, or we're gonna skip it and come back to white crane. So,
I don't think
Because
we
it's a-
did like that.
no, we didn't, but that was what was next.
Yes.
But I needed to, I wanted to double check with Master Gohring to make sure that I tell you the correct kick and punch sequence, because it's a strange, as an oogie, but I can't remember if it's this or if it's this. So we're gonna come back to it.
Let's see the difference.
But basically, it's blocking a punch and kicking to the groin is what white crane spread wings is. And, but I wanna make sure I get the oogie part of that correct before we dive in. I mean, it's one of those where like, I could show you how to make white crane work, but I don't know if I can show you, if I'm gonna show you exactly the right way that you need to show us to make white crane work. All right, so ward off left, ward off right, that's the first one. Ward off pull back, press and push is the next one. Single whip is after that. Lift hands is after that. Strike with shoulder, there is an application for it. When I tested for black sash, I had to do that one instead of white crane because Master Gohring is like, white crane is weird, I don't wanna see it, I'd rather see the shoulder strike. But then he went back to white crane. And then brush knee push. So I think brush knee push is a great one to work on today since we spent so much time in basic training looking at brush knee. Sound like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's done like brush knee push here before? The application?
It's slow.
Hmm?
I haven't slept since then.
You slept, so have I, so have I. So, there's two ways of doing this. Because brush knee push obviously works from both directions. So what it is if punch comes, I brush the punch and I push the person. Or I block the punch and I push the person. So we're gonna get practice with that. And when I was learning it, instead of doing, I'm going to punch here, I'm going to punch here, basically, your partner threw random punches and you had to, kind of like double Dutch jump roping, had to just decide when you were gonna do, right? So what I'd like to is try it the first way, but then we will maybe play with it again with being able to time it yourself. Sound okay? I would like an oogie, please. Okay, so let's fix this. 4, brush knee push 1. It would be a right punch. So, again, I'm not trying to grab or push down or anything like that. I'm just making contact, I'm sticking. And here's where my sink down, step in happens. And then press. So, again, step in with your punch so that I have to actually, see how it kind of uproots you?
Yes, it does.
So, go slow with your part, and then we'll do the other side. So, for this one, it is a left punch.
It's the sinking down, not the pulling down.
Correct, it's the sink. Very good observation. Yes, so you can go super slow with this. Let's do one more,
Which way?
either one.
You know what?
On the push, is there a little bit of elevation?
Yes. But elevation because, not that I'm using my arm to push up, but down here, and I'm coming up. Same, similar to your push, right? It's not straight push, there's that circular uprooting. Good observation. Other questions? You have enough to practice, or do you need to see it again?
One more time.
One more time, let's do one more each side.
One more each side.
Super slow. Don't get hit. Sink, step. Push. Don't get hit. Sink, step. Push. If you want to, if you're female, you can put a target there for them to press on. I get pretty tomboyish as a martial artist. I'm like, I'm a martial artist. Like it's a strike zone. So. But if you're concerned, the hand that you're not punching with, you can give a target so that there's something to press. Make sense? Huh?
I'm giving you a target.
Right here. Right there. Not here. Not here. Not here. All right. So you two gentlemen together, you and I will work with you if that works okay. Oh, got it. You have a side preference?
Seems like fine.
Oh, yes, yes.
To start. I
So
know
you
it's what-
can. For me to start in a neutral,
Okay.
and then it's open, it's open, so meaning he's not punching when he's closing himself off, he's punching so that he remains open.
Right.
So for your brush knee push right, it's a right switch, so that it's got an open target. Does that make sense? But, yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
can start here, and if that's helpful, that's
Big
okay.
difference
But
there.
I think
That
that's
one
what
I
makes most
actually-
sense,
I had
to
to
learn
do
to
it.
start in a neutral stance. Like a pro. Like that.
It's your weak side. Yeah, that's one of the side you can feel the difference. The other side is like you really don't move your knee. This one I'm feeling.
Yeah, my left side.
Yeah, but I'm feeling this one. I really feel it. I'm not criticizing, just telling you, this side is really good.
It feels closer. I know, it always does.
This
It's
side
like,
is really good. And because of that, it's focused.
Big bunches.
I think this, because you, as you make the comment, you can see it step at the same time. See if that, tiny bit of time difference. Yeah, see how that, we didn't everybody stand up?
You tossed me through the window.
Yeah, we got it. Huh? Sure. Get the feel of it from a oogie. It's a little different than the chin one, right? But the
No
chin is
warning.
more down.
My problem was when I was doing it, I was stepping into a pool.
Although I don't think you
Yeah,
need to.
yeah, I know.
You're the same.
Effective, just different.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But the other side kind of is.
Again, got you
I
thinking.
like this one, this one is a fun one, yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah, no, that's fun. All right, you wanna try the other one with the, you can do it? So basically, you just get to decide where you wanna do it, so basically, you're just gonna, and then when you decide, you do it, does that make sense?
Well, I want to listen to this.
Yeah, but this is also.
Yep. Got it.
It's much better on this side because you're on this side. No, I'm not criticizing.
No, I know.
I'm just telling you, this is really good.
It's done. I know. All that.
One in the opposite again.
Is it opposite?
You have brush knee, right?
Yeah, have I talked about?
That's not the opposite, you're the opposite.
Wait, now I'm confused.
Just do it like you were in it.
Okay. Oh,
That was quickly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I was talking to you. I was thinking,
I
sorry.
know, I was like, wait, are you doing the way that I told them?
I wasn't sure
wrong.
what we thought.
Let me see, okay.
Not fast.
No, remember, brush
Nice.
knee. Yeah, okay, all right.
That's on me.
Oh, and you step, you step. You step.
That's how you like that.
I do, I do.
And guess what? It's still good work.
Oh, yeah, it will.
There you go.
But instead of.
There you go. There you go.
3, 4, 6, backwards. But it still works. It's not back there, I'm not hitting it.
How's it going? Correct?
No, it's not.
It's not correct?
I
What's
like
not?
so much.
What it was that time?
No.
It wasn't? No.
That's okay.
It's just like, yes, exactly, I did it
Yeah.
right.
You know, I'm really feeling when he does that.
Good.
Boom, that's it.
Can't help it.
Good job.
Team,
Okay.
All right, questions? Any questions?
Yeah, that was a little confusing.
Well, yeah, we'll work on it some more, and,
We'll practice.
You can practice at home.
that's
We
right.
will.
Either home
Beat
cooked
you
food
up.
movie.
We can definitely feel the
Yes,
difference
sir.
in the size.
Feel the difference.
Side, right
Uh-huh.
versus left.
What did you feel that?
Well, one was really phenomenally good, and the other one was good, weak.
Oh, yeah, harder.
Well, not weak, but
It
good.
was weirder.
The other one was just so much stronger.
So, going forward, this one is very easy in the application to kind of trick it by using arm force. The beauty of brush knee push, as with most applications in Tai Chi, when you get it correctly, you feel, the person doing it feels like they really haven't done much of anything. So it's about timing, placement, and where your weight is. So, and we'll probably do this again on Thursday a little bit, but it's the contact, it's the timing of the contact and the sink and step that by the oogie having themselves like this, that brings them up, it uproots them more than it's I push and then I push. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So even when I'm successful with brush knee push, the push part doesn't even really feel like my arm is pushing. I feel like, oh God, it keeps moving, that my arm is in place for the most part, and it's coming from my body,
Ah,
right?
okay.
So, I'm here, and I'm here more than here. So yes, sir.
Is it more of a getaway? It's not a strike face?
It's not a strike to face, it's a shove.
It's
To
a,
the-
it's
to
a
the
good,
sternum,
get away
yeah.
from me kind of.
Correct.
Okay, okay.
Correct. And if done, with enough, if there's enough momentum coming at you and enough momentum going back, you can put somebody in the air or definitely on the floor with this. So obviously, we're gonna be careful in class. But the sweet spot of where to really get this application is here. It's when does this happen? So obviously, you have to make contact, but it's that single step, that drop at the right time is what will uproot them and get them going that way. More than it is like, does that make sense? So there's some finesse to it.
It's kind of like you're coiling the spring so it can release.
Kind of, yes.
I can see that.
Yes, but and from an oogie perspective, it feels like the trap door, like there's a trap door that's come out of you. And so that puts me here. I'm already overextended, I'm exaggerating, and so then that push redirects me, so I'm redirect. More than it's arm force to push me. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Can we practice this next
Huh?
time? Can we practice this?
Absolutely, yes.
This
We'll
is
do that on
great.
Thursday. Yeah, so we'll do some more with that.
Just thinking.
Any other questions before we bow out?
Thank
Good
you.
work. All righty. Let's do our life skill. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles. Path of self-mastery requires a focused mind. A focused mind sees no obstacles.
Head instructor?
Bow to intermediate and beginner level students. Students at home, master, blank says training is dismissed.